Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I'm your host, David Struggy, and I just got done watching a film that I picked up a couple of years ago, along with 8 other films, or 7 other films, to be precise. And it's by a director that I've reviewed before, by the name of Matt Jaissle, and with Carillium Pictures Productions, but distributed by his own video films much later. Comes a film called 300 Killers filmed in 2010. And here is a look at the cover. So on the cover, you see two actors, one male, one female. The first is Chief Lomax, played by Johnny Andrews, and McGee Stanton, played by Tierra Peterson. And in the very beginning of this film, there is an interview, evidently with someone who evidently has a vested interest in the crime that seems to be going on, and it's between a newscaster and this older man who seems to be telling the audience that there is a problem with crime, and the government doesn't seem to be able to have a handle on it, and you have to be able to, since this country has always been one that has been able to bear arms, be able to use that option. And I believe this film comes even before, like, The Purge. So that's why but this film is definitely more comical than it is an action film, but it has a little bit of gore involved in the story. So ultimately, a little bit after, a little bit in between the news interview, we have a story of a Detective MacGuffin, who is played by Anthony Tomai, who comes in and begins to kill off some of the guys that seem to be going after some dudes in a building somewhere. Evidently, he might be undercover, and we see him escape from this building that seems to be filled with men in in masks and ski masks, all dressed in black with knives and things of that nature. And he tries to escape in the vehicle that evidently his backup was in, and his backup was killed as well. So he ends up having to ditch his car, and the last we see of him is his head is getting drilled into. Then we have McGee Stanton, who is her boyfriend, and she keeps trying to call Police Chief Lomax on the whereabouts of her boyfriend, where he seems to act like he doesn't even know who her boyfriend is or anything like that, and he's kind of like a nonchalant character, just kind of does his own thing, and there's definitely a drug problem going on, and that's what the chief knows. And they think that a new group has actually moved in, where it actually looks like The pusher, which they actually pick up, um, they it seems like these guys who are going out and killing people have actually killed the people in charge. So it's like they have. It's not that they've become the new thing in town. They have actually become more druggies than anything else, because there's a little segment where one of the lead killers takes a bunch of needles and sticks them in his arm, and he goes through kind of a acid trip almost. And we see him say stuff to a teddy bear, and it's just kind of goofy from there. So ultimately, McGee Stanton and Chief Lomax team up to go track down her boyfriend. And the thing that sticks out like a sore thumb is the baby blue Chevy Nova that they're driving around in. And before watching films with my fiance, I never noticed cars, and I start to notice cars if they're more of a classic car, and I know that this was more of a classic car. I don't know whether I would actually drive it or get it myself, but it stuck out like a sore thumb. So I thought that having the director find someone who has a classic car to make the driving vehicle what it is in the film was something. It's not that the film was gory. It was gory to an extent, but it was more suggested than anything else. I wish that the film had gone a little bit more into some of the killing. And a lot of there was supposed to be like 300 killers in here. So when you have maybe 5 guys actually making up multiple roles, and there was actually probably like 3 people who made up 300 people to do all of this. I thought that was kind of cool. Kind of a cool aspect where it was a good representation of more than one characters, and that's what I liked about this film. It was goofy because of the overacting on Johnny Andrews' part. He kind of reminded me of like a Danny Glover kind of character, except with a bit of Dolomite. In any case, hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. Like and subscribe to my page. If anything, definitely check this film out if you have not. I believe it's still $10 on Videvil's Store Envy site, and I will definitely have some more cool reviews for you coming up here. I know that some of my reviews are disjointed, but I always get to the point. In any case, thank you for the traffic ahead of time, and appreciate you being able to listen to me ramble. In any case, have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Thank you so much.